Hey, greetings and welcome to Moringa Farms. Thanks for watching today's video and also for liking and subscribing to the Moringa YouTube channel. Today, we're going to go make a harvest. So let's go learn something out here in the field. Thanks for joining us. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Moringa Farms. Let's go make a harvest. Let's get our tools. We've got our hand cutters. We also have our saw, and we have a little bit of a bin and a rag that we can take out there with us. We've got to get some greens on the racks today because we sent out about 5 or 6 pounds of powder. Whoa. So I'll try to get all the shots. It's our first time on the body cam today. If we need to do hat cam again, we can. I just wanted to try this body cam out. Hopefully you guys can see. I might even just put it up a little bit more, just in case so you guys can see the the hand movements, because we're working high. And you might not actually even really be able to see the high stuff. Let's just harvest this tree together really quickly. This one's probably going to be one of the highest ones. And so let's just get up here. I'm actually going to stand in the tree now. I'm going to get in it. I'm going to take off anything that's kind of going in the middle first. Anything that's going towards the middle is going to be the first ones that we grab. We're going to continue to open this tree up so that way we can stand in it like this. So now we're in it, in the first tier. And so we've got lots of greens up here that we can get cut back that are just going towards the middle. We're just going to continue to open this tree up. As it continues to open up, then we're also going to trim and pop these tops now. This one's going in the middle here. This one's coming in the middle here. This one's coming in the middle here. This one is as well. Hopefully I don't get the camera wet. This is cool. It's comfortable. It's beautiful out here. We just had a huge rain last night. We had a big storm that came by. So right now, I want to pop all these tops off. So that way she gets a nice flush. We could always bring this tree back shorter again if we wanted to. But now after this harvest, essentially, we're going to let this tree go probably for a month or so and let it get really big, and it's going to produce a lot of greens. This one's just coming into the middle. Just going to keep opening this tree up and trimming all these tops off right now that are really high up here. We already got the lowers about a week or so ago. You can see the lower part of the tree is already starting to sprout. Okay. See here, being very careful, taking my time, and do not want to hurt myself. So that's it. Each one of these cuts is a little bit shorter than I normally do, but we're way already up here. So I could also bring this tree back a lot shorter. There we go. Now I can bring the camera back down a little bit so you guys can see. There. And so we'll just get all these in the bin. So that way we'll get them washed up and on the racks. Hopefully this body cam is doing okay. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the hat cam better or the body cam? Let's get out in the field so we have a little bit good shots with the shorter trees. We still have a lot of greens on the shorter trees, but I just wanted to grab these really quickly because this tree was getting a little tall. And those greens are also looking real good too. We got to fill the racks up right now. Okay, so I got my hand cutters. Is there one over here that we can grab with the hand cutter? Yeah. It gets off real steep right here. So we'll get that. Get this one. There's still lots of greens on this tree, but we'll let those solar panels stick on there. Let's go for a little walk and see if we can't grab some more greens off of these trees. Almost time to mow again. So I'm looking to bring some of them back just a little bit. We're getting quite a bit of greens, fresh greens now off this tree. I guess we harvested this tree about 2-3 weeks ago now. I'm actually going to bring some of these back a little bit. It's a little bit crowdy in here. I do like how this one is kind of going out. This one's going towards the middle. So we'll take that one all the way back. This one's going in the middle. This one doesn't really have any leaves on it. We'll take that little leaf. I got to get this grass cut back from the base of all these trees. These ones are just kind of really close. There's a bunch of little ones going on here. You know what it is? It's just this whole middle one right here. I'm just going to take that off. There we go. That spreads it out a little bit. Nice. Okay. So that's just a little bit of greens off of each tree. There's a few trees that we haven't even really hit yet. What I'm going to start doing, and now that we have these rows here, is I'm actually going to come in here and make a walkway about right here, all the way down. So that way, anywhere in the field, I don't have to necessarily step over the new alley cropping system. But instead, I can find the middle of the field and I'll be able to walk all the way through. I'm actually going to turn this middle part right here into a walkway. Nice little addition as we continue to phase into the farming part of this agroforestry system. These ones are just kind of coming into the aisle. I'm going to go ahead and bring those back. Get some greens there. These ones are just kind of going in the middle. I'm going to grab those too. We're really stretching these trees out, really getting them spread out. This one's in the middle. This one's in the middle. These ones are just kind of coming off a little wonky. And then we can pop all these tops right here at an angle. We're going at a nice angle, about 12 inches or so from the split, or at least just getting all the tops popped. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I'm really testing out this body cam view for harvesting. The hat cam might be better just because it's on my head and it moves with my head and it goes up and down with where I'm looking. But we'll see if you guys can see this pretty well. Nice. All right, this row is pretty well cut back. We already worked through this row. I really want to grab a tree and bring it back a lot shorter. I'm trying to look to see at which one of the trees I want to kind of bring back a little bit shorter. Oh snap, this one over here looks like it fell over. The storm last night might have taken this one out. It was already too tall. There we go. We got one. Okay, perfect. grab the saw. Let's see, the saw's in here somewhere. There she is. Okay. Okay, yeah, she definitely got a little bit blown over in the storm. She's a little heavy up here. She's got some weight. That's what's so dangerous about these saws. Got to wear gloves. Let's go ahead and first just get this back at an angle. That lightens her up a little bit. It's really soft over here because of the mulch. So what I'll do is just pound this back up around and compact it down just to get her standing back up again. And you can see there's soil around here. That's because every tree that I planted in the pile of mulch, I gave them a hole. I dug a hole and then I filled that hole with composted soil. Then I put the tree in that. So the field is filled, you know, the field is essentially like 2 feet higher up off the ground, and over the last 2 years it's settled down, and now these trees are just now really starting to settle down. I filled it with soil, and the root systems are just now really hitting and going and penetrating that sand that's down below. But there we go. We got her cut back. She's back upright, and she'll be back to full swing and perky leaves in the next day or two, because they're looking a little wilty right now. All right, so we got this tree. Let's just make sure, if at all costs right now, all I'm doing and all I need to do is to keep doing this month, in the month of April, is just to keep steadily popping all the tops off of the trees. If I just have to come out here every day, if I see a new top, I'm really just popping the tops. Oh, I really love the way that this one is really low and short. I do need to get this Mexican sunflower cut back a little bit though, to give this tree now some light. So after I cut this back, we'll go ahead and cut the Mexican sunflower back. See how I'm just going to go ahead and take this one completely out from there. These ones I'm going to take completely out. They're just kind of crowding. And then we can kind of come up now here and hit this. See, yeah, this Mexican sunflower is already starting to shade this tree out. So let's go ahead and bring this Mexican sunflower back quite a bit. She's food anyways. She's food for the tree. So let's get her back short. See how I just scored that right there? What that's going to do is boom. That's going to knock it down quickly. Oh, that brought a piece off the Moringa tree. See? Boom, this tree was going to be a lot bigger right there, but that knocked it off. Taking anything off going in the middle, keeping this tree wide and short. Hopefully she'll come back over here with more tips. See, I'm like a rhinoceros. I'm just a rhinoceros. I'm just coming around and I'm eating this tree. Rawr! And this tree is like, yeah, come back and see me. I'll have your buffet menu items ready for you in another week. That's the story of Moringa. Okay, so I'm gonna really trim this Mexican sunflower back right now, but I'll come back and I'll lay these greens out on the field. I'm really just getting it back to a really good structure. Mexican sunflower can really take over, but what I'm doing with this system is I'm really being in control of these Mexican sunflowers. I'm keeping them really short, real bushy, to where I just bring them back to a solid couple stems like this. This is actually the first time or second time that I'm cutting this one back. These Mexican sunflowers have never been this big before yet. These are cuttings. And so cuttings that I put in the ground last summer. And they all took root. Well, most of them took root, like these. And that's what's so great about Mexican sunflower, but it is extremely powerful in the system. It grows super fast. Look at this, is so big it just broke off the bottom here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we're really just forming the structure of this Mexican sunflower here right now to just be that short little structure that we really don't want anything bigger than that to bush out in this system, kind of like that one, kind of like this one. We don't want anything really bigger than that in the system, and we're going to keep these Mexican sunflowers contained and short and keep bringing them back. But what this does is allows us to kind of break this up and even just keep the grass back from the trees. We can continue to lay these out like a mulch. It's a living mulch that also helps to contain the grass, especially like in the summertime. But also, it's a mineralizer, it's a fertilizer. So I'll come back and I'll break these down. At least for now, we have a nice pile of greens at the saw. Got to pop any tops. Let's just go down this row. We'll pop tops, and that'll be a great harvest. Yeah. You know, there's this big branch right here I think I might bring back a lot shorter right now. This one right here is actually getting really tall, but I think I want to bring it back down to here. To have that split back out really low. And in that, we can grab these greens, and also this cutting here can be used and shipped when we get an order. So we'll put this aside. We might get a cuttings order today or tomorrow, and that could go into a cuttings box. So that was good. So like now all I do is I come to a tree, and if I have a bunch of big pieces like this, keep this tall, bring this back down short. Now in a month or 2 months, this one's going to be huge and bushed out. Then I can bring this tall one back short, and then this one will be big. And it's just kind of like a rotation to each tree. Like say, for instance, even this one up here is getting kind of tall here. And it's getting a little knobby here in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this knob off just to get a nice clean cut. Look, there's some gum on that. You can see the gum there, sap. That's super valuable. It's considered an antiseptic or an antibiotic, and it's super bitter. And people make gum and products out of this, and it's used in the industry. Moringa gum from the sap is actually pretty prized and valuable. Look, see here, some here that's hardened a little bit more. It's got a really cool consistency. It's like a gel. Look at that. I could actually plant this, and this could become a whole new tree. Look, see, it's got a top on it already. So this tree is kind of getting up there. It's got this piece here that's going. But just this right here is just, there's nothing happening down here, which I would really love to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this branch back to there. That was pretty dramatic of a cut for that tree, but she is going to love the results of it here shortly, because in about a week or two, she'll be bushed out more so from this and have a lot more branches. And then in about a month or so, I can cut this one back a little bit shorter after this one's already branching out. See how that works? Nice. All right, let's keep going. Our bin's getting pretty full. I'm popping any tops that I see this tree right here. Let's go ahead and grab this tree. Wow, we just hit these trees not too long ago. Oh, look, we got a little cassava. Little cassava's going now. I'm going to be planting more cassavas and more fruit trees and more vegetables and more plants in between the moringa trees and keeping them short and bushy. Oh, good. This tree is popping, and all of these tops are also re-sprouting lots of greens. This is why we pop tops, because in a week or two, then we have stuff like this that we can continue to cut back, and just keep bringing the tree back down shorter. As it continues to grow, just keep grabbing a piece that's really tall to bring it back down lower. Like say this back here. This actually is kind of weird because this comes out really nicely like this, and this one's kind of crowding. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off here. You see what that did? And that opened up this for access to this, for that to have a lot more room and to be a little bit further out. If anything, what I could do is I could even go even a step further and bring this one back even. And what that did now is it even brought this out even further. And then grab this middle one, grab this middle one. And so that step that we just made in this tree is bringing it up and out, bringing it up and out, and we continue to bring it up and out so that way it has a nice open and wide crown like this. See how this was a cutting here that was cut, and this continued to get bigger and thicker. And so with that cut, this one came out, and so now what we can do is we can cut this one back here, and now this tree is a lot wider as we took that cutting, that sprouting. That's just going into the middle. So we just took that off, brought that out, and now we have a more open middle, and the tree comes out even further. Take this middle one off, boom, it comes out even further. If this one's going into the middle, take that one off completely too. So now the trees are the way that we want them to look. They have the spacing that we want them to have. See, look, I popped this top off about 2 weeks ago. Now I can come back and I can grab 3, 4 tops, pop it again, and just keep doing that throughout the season as they continue to grow and stretch. Just keep bringing them back down. Like say this one's going to have a pop. And so then in a couple weeks, I'll come back and I'll just cut it back here. That's why I like the 12 to 18 inches, because then by the end of the season, you can get back down, switch back down, and keep those trees coming back short. There we go. Let's call that a harvest. Thanks, y'all. Love you. And I had a great time with you out here in the moringa field. Boom. Peace, love. Take care. Have a great day and enjoy the journey.